We're Ambidex, and we enable the expansion of renewable energy by stabilizing the electrical grid. In Sweden and Europe today, large amounts of renewable energy is being implemented in the mix. This is great, and we want more. But renewable energy is more unpredictable in its electrical production, and this leads to problems in producing just the right amount of electricity at just the right time. This balance between production and demand needs to be kept at all times to avoid damage to the grid. To avoid damage to the grid today, we use reserve fossil power when production from other sources fail. Large industrial consumers can also temporarily reduce their demand to ensure that this balance is maintained, but this is not enough. We need more consumers that can adapt their electrical consumption based on the demands of the grid. And that is exactly what we at Ambidex aim to do. We have identified a large, unutilized resource in society today that can be used for exactly these purposes, namely food retail refrigeration systems. In Sweden alone, they have the potential to supply 1/3 of the total demand for these types of services. Right now, we're currently developing our software solution to be able to control these refrigeration systems based on the demands of the grid. So, when production from renewable energy suddenly drops, we'll temporarily reduce the consumption in these refrigeration systems to ensure balance and make sure that the grid is not damaged. Our solution turns refrigeration systems into flexible resources for the grid. These flexible resources help the grid handle the variations in productions better. This means that more renewable energy can be implemented and the sustainable transition can be accelerated. By providing these flexible resources to the grid, we receive a payout from the grid operators. And from this payout, 25% will be shared with the store owners for their participation in this model. The market and potential for our product is global. In Sweden alone, by supplying 1/3 of the demand for these types of services, we can generate 830 million kronor annually. In Europe, the demand for these services are even greater, and our possibilities to expand to the continent are great. As a go-to-market strategy, we have targeted the ICA food chain here in Sweden. The store manager there owns the store in its entirety, and this means that the decision to implement our product rests in one set of hands instead of a large organization. We already have 8 letters of intent with stores all around Sweden regarding the purchasing of our solution once it's developed. And as of right now, we're developing our solution together with a partner store here in Gothenburg in a pilot project. Recently, we got confirmation from the Swedish Energy Agency that we will receive funding to develop this solution. At the start of 2024, we want to get certified to provide these resources to the grid, and at the end of 2024, we want to have our market launch. After acquiring the Swedish market, we want to scale to other countries. In the Nordics, we share a common electrical grid and control system. This means that we already have access to those markets. In Europe, they have different systems and different control systems. But through our established partner connections in Germany, we'll expand to Germany first and then the rest of Europe. By scaling our solution, we can ensure stability in the grid and enable the expansion of renewable energy. Thank you.